Sound like you needed those 4 years to find out maybe what you didn't want, and then
Yes, exactly. It was great. I don't regret it because it really showed me what I wanted. And sometimes, you never know what's going to show you that in life.
Sure. Well, starting out for someone today, since it's much more competitive,
Yes.
what would you recommend? Would you recommend, of course, interning, and then how would someone prove that they were worthy of promoting?
Yes, I would recommend interning, and I'd recommend working as a PA, and I'd recommend, I think that one thing I've noticed is that there's so many things. I'm trying to think of what to say first. You have to know that it's the right thing for you. So in that sense, I mean, you have to be willing to work very long hours. You have to be willing to, it's a tough business, and there's a lot of hierarchy, and there's a lot of personalities, and you have to be able to cope with that. You can't be too sensitive, and it's hard. That's a learning curve. You have to be patient. I think you should always be working below your skill level. I think that working, at a level at which you're not really qualified for is just going to be a mistake in your career. And I made that mistake. I took a job as a prop master. I didn't know what I was doing. I got fired, and it taught me a lesson. So I think you should always be aware of that. You should always be kind of more prepared than you should be for the job. I think a lot of people just out of college are impatient. I don't blame them. They want to get started. They want to be this or that. But I think there's so much to learn, and you should make your mistakes when no one's going to see them. I mean, I designed student movies. I designed a student movie that took place in 1968, and I filled it with every piece of kitsch from 1968 that I could think of. If I would never do that now as a designer, and I did that on a student movie that nobody ever saw, and I'm glad I got that out of my system. So you're going to make mistakes. Make them when nobody's watching. Don't make them when someone's watching and might not hire you the next time. So I think patience, hard work, ambition, not being too sensitive, those are just character traits, and they're really important for this business. And then on top of that, watch a lot of movies and look at a lot of art and look at a lot of photography and know what you're talking about, because it's not just about design, it's about cinema. I mean, to me, it's about cinema, and it's about designing a movie. It's not about designing a set. So the directors I meet with, they want to talk about other movies. They don't want to talk about building a set. And I think that that's the most important thing for any of us working at a creative level in this business, is we're working on movies, and whatever kinds of movies we want to work on, everybody's got their things. Some people want to do superhero movies, and some people want to do low budget period movies, and some people want to do romantic comedies. Or fantasy movies. It's, everybody's got their thing that they want to do, but know that genre that you're working in, or know that group of films, because all films inform the next film that comes along, and you have to love it. So it's, everything that I do in my life is really related to my work, and I can't really separate it. When I go on vacation, I'm taking photographs of signs that I might use as research in a movie, and I enjoy it. It's not like I turn it off because I'm done with my job. It's ongoing, and it's worth it, but you have to love it.